Well, hi everybody, it's Wednesday, November 9th, and welcome to today's Kevin Kuretzky Show. Today we're going to talk about a subject that I've dealt with for years, and I think most of us deal with, and that's being insecure. Insecurity can be the most vile feeling because it really is saying to us, to ourselves, we are not worthy, we are not good enough, and we'll never be able to do that. Insecurity is a disease in our bodies to really tell us that we are not able to do what we really want to do and fulfill our dreams. Insecurity is our own cage that holds us back. You know, I recently had an experience where I heard something that made me feel insecure. It kind of ripped off into the sore of my life where I never felt good enough and being who I am. But I worked through it. And today on the Kevin Kuretzky Show, we're going to talk about the steps to work through insecurity. Step number one, first of all, you have to find out what is making you really not have self-confidence and being insecure. You need to write down the moments. What I did was I journaled when I had the experience, and I wrote down how exactly it made me feel and where it took me to, the place it took me to. Because you have to do a self-reflection to find out exactly where you are going to be to heal yourself. Number two, go over your list of insecurities one by one, thinking about how this affects you and why do you feel insecure because of that. Go back to a time when the insecurity was born. Then you examine that and move forward from that point. Or is your insecurity just fear magnified? So by looking honestly at your insecurity, it'll help you grow forward in your life. So step number three, find out ways to change your insecurity. Take a moment to ask yourself questions. What you can do to improve in the area you are not confident in. You know, maybe you don't like the way you look, or maybe you don't like the hairstyle you have. Well, you know what? You can change that. Or maybe it's more serious. You know, mine had to do with recently, it brought me back to a place where I felt like that kid that was unpopular and bullied and that I wasn't good enough for something I received. You know, the truth is, I'm not that child anymore. I've changed my life, and that's how I grow forward, is by taking a look at where I am really confident, you know, and how it'll affect me. Step number four, I really like step number four. Find support groups for yourself, or a support outlet. It could be your friend, your husband, your wife, your partner, maybe a support group. You know, I've worked with support groups before, and there's nothing better than that. Or maybe professional help to find out how to deal with your insecurities. Having someone to help you change yourselves makes it easier than doing it by yourself. Remember, we don't need to do these things by ourselves. And number five, work on eliminating your insecurities one at a time. You know, it's like with anything. You never want to take everything all at once. You want to break it up and figure out what one you need to work on, and start with just one simple change in your day. You know, that's how it all started for me in a lot of ways. I always used to think that I had to do everything all at once, and the truth is I only have to take one step at a time, one moment at a time if I have to. So let's go through these steps again for insecurity. Find out the insecurities you have. Write down a list, journal. You know, I say that a lot on the show. I want to tell you, there is nothing more precious than the time I journal, because that tells me who I really am. I'm always very honest with that. Number two, go over your list of insecurities. Here's the interesting thing. What I find out too when I go over my list, I always find that too, I'm really better than the insecurity, that I'm giving more power to that insecurity than it needs. That's step number two. So go over your list of insecurities one by one. Number three, figure out ways to change that insecurity. Maybe you have a fear of speaking in front of people, so speak in front of a small group, which leads to step number four. Find a support group or the help you need. Really confide in someone. Find the help you need. We are all in this together. I say that every show, because the truth is, in the human experience, we are all connected by the same wants and needs. I have traveled the world, and I know this for certain. We are all the same around the world. And number five, work on eliminating those insecurities one at a time. Take your time, figure it out, and don't give yourself, oh, I have to do this week. You do it every day, one moment at a time, because I will tell you this, it will come back in a different form, and it is how you deal with it. So, don't be insecure. Know that there are people out there who love you. I'll tell you this, I love you viewers, and I thank you for watching. Join me again tomorrow when we have another Kevin Kuretzky Show on Take Care of Yourself Thursday. What I know for certain is your insecurities are only as big as we make them. I'll see you tomorrow, and remember, we're all in this together. Bye everybody, have a great day.